Oh, hello. You must be the owner of the place. Sorry about just showing up unannounced. Don't worry, I'm not here to cause trouble. Initiate Del Lawson, at your service. I'm with the Brotherhood at Fort Atlas. I'm on assignment to set up a forward supply and maintenance operation. I was on the lookout for a good location and saw what you've built here. It's a perfect location, and it looked like you had everything I could need to get up and running, so I was hoping we could help each other out. Yep, my orders were to locate a suitable site and prepare a cache of goods and material to aid any Brotherhood field operations in the area. Basically, they want me to stockpile stuff and do any maintenance required for Brotherhood soldiers that might pass through. Among other things, yeah. I've been working with Scribe a lot, doing maintenance in the armory, that kind of thing. If it's broke, I can fix it. And if I can't fix it, I've probably got something squirreled away that'll help anyway. I've also managed to put together a decent supply of weapons, ammo, armor, even some schematics if you're into doing it yourself. That's kind of why I'm here. You've got the storage space already. I can also help out with any power armor you've got. Scribe Valdez says I've got a real knack with it. My orders were to aid Brotherhood soldiers in the field. I didn't say anything about civilians. But if you're letting me stay and operate out of your property, I'm sure Command will understand. Probably. Fantastic! Thank you! I'll try to stay out of your way. Don't worry. If you need anything, just ask. Hello. Me? Virginia, originally. Not too far from here, but far enough it wasn't easy getting here. Never saw too much of it, actually. The settlement I grew up in was pretty sheltered. I never really went anywhere until after my parents died. Sure thing. Anything in particular? It's all right. I don't mind. It's been a few years since. It was just old age and health catching up, really. I guess it hits harder now than before the war. They were pretty up there when they had me. Mom was old enough she thought kids were a closed door. Surprise! I don't remember either of them without some gray in their hair. Not even when I was a kid. Mom went first, caught a bad cold, and never really got better. Dad and I were both with her at bedside when she passed. When she was gone, I think the spirit just went out of Dad. She was the love of his life. He went a year later, in his sleep. Sorry, I'm all right. I still miss them. Not that I know about, but it's not impossible. I've got some more distant relatives out there somewhere. I had a brother. He died before I was born, fighting in the war. He'd have been 44 now. Mom and Dad didn't talk about it much. Too painful. Sure was. Mom was always happiest with a wrench in her hand and grease stains on her clothes. Part of her keeping me out of trouble was putting me to work. Fixing generators, farm equipment, you know. Most of our bonding time was over disassembled engines. I think she liked passing on the skill. Took pride in it. Quiet, mostly. Wasn't very big, just a patch big enough to grow some food and trade with the other folks in town for what we didn't have. I stuck to the mechanical stuff, Mom. Dad actually forbade me to help with the crops. He said, Del, I love you, but whatever the opposite of a green thumb is, you've got it. Okay, sure. Unfortunately, yeah. My first name's Elmer. Named after my mom's grandfather, apparently. Only fight my parents ever had, according to Dad. Mom won, of course. Dad called me Del, and it stuck. Thank God. Please, man, do not call me Elmer. Del's good. Come on, man. It's not funny. Hey there. So, not as much as I'd like. I hear a lot of stories, and I met some folks out on patrol with the Brotherhood. Anything in particular you wanted to know? Oh, sure. Came into West Virginia with a group of them. The ones that are left ended up at Foundation. I've met a few folks there. Good people. Tad and Gloria, the couple who worked the stockroom, were really nice. Not unless you count dodging bullets they sent my way. The really crazy ones, Blood Eagles, they're the bunch that hit the settlers I moved here with. I hear the raiders up at Crater aren't as crazy, but I'm not looking to test that. Yeah, absolutely. What about them? You don't know? Oh, man, I thought everybody knew about them by now. Us, I mean. The Brotherhood is kind of a military. We protect and secure technology to prevent its misuse. That's how it was explained to me, anyway. I'm not really the person to ask about history, though. If you want to know more, you can always head to Fort Atlas. I might have already mentioned I was not cut out for farming. Can't keep a crop alive to, well, save my life. Never gonna be a raider, and I don't like living alone. Could have stayed at Foundation, maybe, but when the Brotherhood came recruiting, I don't know. I guess I felt a little lost since my parents died. Joining the Brotherhood, things were simpler. Direction. Orders. The uniform's pretty good too, right? Well, right now it's to organize this supply and maintenance outpost, like we discussed. Thanks again for permitting it, by the way. You mean more generally, though, right? Well, I do whatever the officers say. Of course, being an initiate and all. We're all training to become knights one day. There were only 3 Brotherhood who came here from California, so they need to fill out the ranks. It's funny, though. Most of the time, they've got me working for Scribe Valdez. I suppose she needs a lot of help, being the only scribe. I'm sure they'll put me through the more intensive combat training soon enough, though. Can't be a knight without that. No problem. Absolutely. What do you need? Everything a Brotherhood soldier might need on patrol in the wasteland. Let me show you.